The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the pan. That dude Fizz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin flying round the field. Starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pro's corpse. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the boys ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season and people starting five. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. Get it, we got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, starting five. Get it, we got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat stick. I got what you need.
We bike as however funky ass people say it, right? We bike, we back, we here, we returned. You see our faces again. 2 weeks removed from pretty damn good week at Philly Cigar Week. But y'all know what this is. This is your boy the Mayor, that DJ named Ace 5, your mom's favorite fat guy. And I gotta pass it to my man. I forgot. I changed the orientation of the camera so I could point the right way to the light-skinned wonder of the world, who I think is frozen.
You're still pointing in the wrong direction, but that's okay.
Yeah, the camera. No.
What's good, gentlemen?
On my camera.
Oh, it looks like the right way. All right, I get it. What's good, gentlemen? This holiday weekend, had started off quite solidly for me, personally. I can say that. The weather's been gorgeous. Last night was beautiful out. You know, I had a great time with a good close friend I haven't seen in a long time. Friday night, I was at the brewery, chopping it up with Jones and the crew, smoking a cigar. And today's chillaxing, you know what I'm saying? Chopping it up with my boys here at the starting five. Like you said, had a great weekend for Cigar Week. Met up with a lot of great people. Got to see my brother Jamal face to face for the first time in a long time. So that was good. And we chopped it up and we had a great time. So yes, it's been good. Real good.
Cool.
JG.
What's good, gentlemen? Pleasure to chop it up with y'all again. Had a long stretch of work for 3 weeks here. Much needed work. Had an amazing day at Philly Cigar Week. Wish I could have hung out with y'all longer, but that was a great time. Sucks I had to go back and work, but you gotta make that cash. So, but
Indeed.
Great holiday weekend. Picking up where I left off a few hours ago. So here we are.
That indeed is a great weekend, sir.
Well, good thing, y'all. You can say great weekend for y'all. I'm just appreciative of having Monday off.
Yes.
Thanks to it being a holiday. I ain't doing shit. Man, listen, I went to bed at like I went to bed at like 9 something. Fell asleep probably around 11 when Money in the Bank was over, which we'll be talking about that Tuesday on Wrestling is Trash. I don't know. I have to watch it in full, but yeah. WWE product, don't expect much, just to say that. But yeah, I didn't wake up till like 12 o'clock today. So yeah, we scrambled to just get this on air live today, which we are just on YouTube. because I'm still on a fuck Facebook ban, and I think I'm done. I might be done with Facebook for good. I don't know, but it's still fuck Facebook. If y'all really support us the way y'all say you do, come rock with us on our YouTube and everywhere else. But yeah, I wish I could say I'm having fun with this weekend like y'all. I'm not, but I never really do because I have to be outside and away from everybody and everything to actually have fun. So not to drag this down any further, Philly Cigar Week. I mean, we had a dope time.
Mm.
We didn't get as many interviews as we used to. Well, I can't say as we used to. We only did it one year before, but we didn't get as many. We didn't get as many interviews as we did last year.
But it was the
But they
quality
felt
of the
meaningful.
interviews this year.
Yes, they felt meaningful. Felt meaningful. We didn't talk for 5 minutes with somebody who all of a sudden was like an open book this year.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We didn't get to see. We saw all the some of the most of the same faces we met last year. We got
Hmm.
some of the same love back in return. Like shout outs to Ricky from Ricky Cigars, good brother.
Yeah, man. That's a good brother.
Shout outs to the BDM podcast. Shout outs to the
Yes.
experience brokers who
Yes.
they're putting us down with the New York Cigar Festival
That's what's
and
up.
getting tagged with everything on Instagram from them. I mean everything is getting
That
tagged.
is dope.
We
That is
get
so
tagged
dope.
in, but I wish I had more time to make some of those online things that they're doing and all that. But yeah, I mean, all in all, good weekend a couple weekends ago. Felt like work. We got again. Thank Jamal. Thank you for what I still have in my trunk that my lazy ass is yet to take out of my trunk.
Oh,
It's all good,
Jamal,
bro.
we polished.
It's all good.
Yo, Jamal, that was perfect for Father's Day, bro, because we
Oh,
polished a good portion of that shit off with the
good,
fam on
man.
Sunday, man. Oh
Yeah,
man, it was
man.
great. Thank you, sir.
No,
Thank you,
sir.
man. Much
No
appreciated.
problem, man. It's happy to share amongst the brothers, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you, man.
you. Yeah, and then too, well, I do have a TikTok question of the week that I'll save for later. There was one that I was gonna go, or I wanted to go on, but then it came out to play to be bullshit, so they don't deserve our attention. I'll tell you, and so much so that I will mention what it was at the end of the show after the show, so they don't even get no play on our airwaves on the type of attention they don't need.
Okay.
But thinking about that whole weekend and whatever. Shout outs to the head nerds in charge to HNIC Con, pretty good. And
Yes.
Yeah.
besides bringing it up to shout them out, I had to tell y'all like I forgot what he goes by on TikTok, but I get a message one day from this cat just started following me maybe a little while ago, or following us on TikTok a little while ago. Let me get the name if I can. Let me see if I can find the name to the homie. But anyway, this kid, uh, not this kid, this grown man. To be honest with you, dope artist. He hits me up one day because I did a video, and he's like, "Yo, do you live on Staten Island?" Mind you, I didn't know this person out of nowhere. I was like, "Yeah, right," and he's like, "Oh, yeah, because the awnings that you're walking past look real familiar. I live on such and such block, motherfucker." Somebody again, I didn't know from nowhere. Started following the Start Five on TikTok. Nigga lives right around the corner from us. Like, literally lives, and
Yo.
where it connects to even this is how small the freaking world is. Like I said, I
Yeah,
didn't
man.
know Son from nowhere. Son was at
Right. Walked
freaking
past him
Philly.
a few times.
Son, yo, we walked past him at the HNIC con, and I
Word?
didn't even know. Yes, that's why I brought it up. Besides shouting out my
Who's
people,
this
but
dude?
I'll show you. This is an artist. I gotta find his name, but I'm just saying on some real small world shit. Like this planet is crazy, and how things work is crazy. Because I said dude hit me up. It was like, yo, I seen because he saw I was walking past the building on my corner.
Hmm.
All right.
I was walking past the building on my corner, and he seen it. Shout outs to 10K artist, aka Sean McArt. But
Oh, that was your man Jamal. You bought all the shit from.
Wait, you bought stuff from this kid?
I believe
Is
so. Yeah.
is
It
Sean
had,
Hold on.
McCarter? If it's Sean McCarter, because that dude is
yeah.
nasty with the pen, bro.
Yeah. His
Really?
Jamal dropped like $50 on this
yo
dude,
man,
yo.
his stuff was dope,
Ah,
bro. His stuff was
let me
Yeah,
go.
ridiculous.
and I got an order for him to do some.
Yeah.
So and I put my name on the waiting list because he got an Inquisitor drawing that's about to come out. That shit is fire.
Yeah. That's old boy. Yeah. Hmm.
Just
Yeah,
come on,
we
y'all.
talk
Yeah.
This
we talked to
this
this
some
dude,
bugged out
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
We
Yo,
yo me
Me
and
and
I
Jamal
didn't.
TJ
talked to
was
this
there
dude like a half
for
hour, bro.
yeah, like a hot minute, a good long minute,
I
man.
didn't
I think
realize.
I
Yeah,
bought
man.
2 comics. I think I bought a still. I think I bought something for my
Yeah,
niece.
you
Yeah,
bought
man.
something for your niece and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamal dropped bank on
Well,
that dude that on Saturday, man.
uh, well, bugged out the fact that my connection keeps fucking up. Y'all looking at my crotch. I'm sorry, y'all. But
I
but
looked away. I looked away.
well, bugged out that that dude lives literally right the fuck around the corner from me.
Yo, how did that not come up in conversation though? Like when we was talking about his
I don't.
artwork.
I
So
don't.
his
Yeah, man. I think we were just talking craft. We
I
wasn't
don't
talking
think I
about where
should
any
have
of us was
talked to him.
from. Yeah.
yeah, no, me and Jamal talked to him for a good minute, and
Hmm.
Jamal bought quite a bit of stuff from him, and I put my name on the list for when he comes out with this Inquisitor digital rendering. The shit was fire, bro. He had it on his iPad or some shit like that, and it was just like, yo, it was a black chick with two lightsabers, and she was looked like she was about to handle some shit. But yeah, the dude is nasty,
I know because he does a lot of. I seen him doing a lot of live drawing on his TikTok, and yeah, the
and his
kid is
wife
good.
does murals.
Yeah, man.
His wife does murals all across I don't guess the country or something like that. She does schools, she does buildings. We really got into it with him. Like we really chopped it up with
So
him for a good minute.
all across the crunchy.
Type
You
yeah, it's
just
like
said
she
no. You said
it's
crunchy. I
I
said
oh
because he hit me
but
up and it said, "Yo, like, yo, you know what? It would be dope to do. I could just come right around the corner and do the podcast with you." I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
we do
because we
use
said we
StreamYard,
wanted
but
to
yeah,
interview him.
it's bugged out because I didn't even
Wow, that's
recognize him."
crazy.
That's right. We
That
did ask him to come on the show too,
yeah,
I
I
think.
gave him a
Yeah.
card. I gave him a
Yeah.
card.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He
that's
followed us that
just
day, Dan.
I, I
If
believe
if,
it.
if not earlier, but when I gave him the QR code, he was like, "Yeah, I'm following you guys right now."
I believe it.
Yeah, that's a
Oh
solid
well.
dude, man. He's really
Yeah.
cool.
Well, just again, small world shit. How about that? How
And
about
getting
that?
smaller,
Small
man.
world.
Yeah,
It keeps getting
indeed.
smaller and smaller. But yeah, man. Besides TikTok question of the week, which we'll save, I think JP might be coming or not. I don't know. Who knows?
Let's go.
I the brother called me instead of just responding back to the text message of the link. He had to call me for a quick 10 seconds to say, "Yeah, I'm getting food. I'll try to be there." You could have just text that and save the minutes. You know the old man
John is
got a damn
JP is not a
jitterbug.
texter, bro. He's not
He
a
got a
texter.
jitterbug. We only get
You got
250
you got
minutes.
the T9 cell phone. With the, you had to press it down and wait for the letter to come up and shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but anyway,
Oh man,
I
that's crazy.
NBA free agency talk. I'll save the TikTok question of the week for later. But NBA free agency talk, man. Yeah, where do y'all want to start, Jamal? I didn't get a chance to open up the link you sent me for all the informations on everything, but I have been seeing some things. I know the transaction wire has
Hmm.
been nuts. So
It's
where do y'all
crazy.
want to start? Well, we're not gonna
Dude,
start with the biggest trade,
no.
which was I I don't understand how this team like pretty much sold the farm for this guy, but we'll save that one for later.
Let's start with the two-time MVP raking in like $250 million. Nikola Jokic signing 5 years,
That's
$246 million,
super max. Yeah, man.
bro.
And they still didn't get him
That
no help.
is That's insane amount of
That's
money.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
5 years, 246 million.
Yeah, man. Well, hey,
He
he's the
could buy
sports
the
icon
Ukraine
in
with
Denver
that
now.
shit, bro.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm
This dude,
saying?
You say he could
he
buy
is
the
the new
Ukraine
face
with
of sports in Denver. He has supplanted John Elway already.
Easily. There'll be
Already.
a statue of his ass outside
That's
the
right.
arena
nah.
very shortly.
He supplanted him by way of money, by way of how big of a contract. But John Elway is football Jesus out there. He still ain't. He's their last Super Bowls. Him and Terrell Davis, which I wasn't a Terrell Davis fan because I didn't
Oh
see
man.
it, and he only spent a few years in the league. But anyway, we're not talking about them.
All right.
Congrats to Nikola Jokic because two-time MVP, right? Back to back
Got his
Yeah,
MVP,
money.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
he told y'all he's worth it just with that alone. Now, yeah, like Jamal said though, but they still ain't gonna get him no help.
Nope.
That's where the
No.
problem is.
Yo, they
That's
actually
where the
traded
problem is.
away two of their solid players for two bums.
They
Who?
got DeAndre Jordan, and they
And they
got
got
who?
Contavious Caldwell Pope,
Pope. Yeah,
KCP.
man.
And they
Yeah.
traded Will Barton for him. I'm like, how's that match up? What I don't understand that trade. Will Barton's a solid bench player.
And just
So they got
rewinding that, I'm not saying DeAndre Jordan's a bum. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying what they got in return. To try and help them out. They didn't get it. They still in the same problem
they didn't get
they
the
have
right
last year.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they need
they didn't get the
shooters.
right
No.
piece.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. They should have signed Joe Ingles or picked up our guy Alex Burks for something like that. You know what I'm saying? That would have helped them out at least a little bit.
Yeah, man. Sheesh. Yeah. But
Oh,
hey,
Speaking of
Bradley
our
Beal.
guy,
Go ahead.
Bradley Beal. Good.
go ahead,
Bradley
Bradley Beal.
Brad,
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal 4 years, another $220 something or something like that. His
Hey,
shit
man.
was ridiculous.
He
Devin
got his
Booker
money.
signed. Devin Booker got his money 212 million. Yo, the numbers that are rolling out for these fucking guys who are signing their max deals is over $1 billion.
Yeah. Tells you how much money the NBA is making, man, and the
Mm-hmm.
This shit
growth
is crazy.
they're still experiencing.
Yep.
The amount of people that signed for $200 million contracts on was
Hmm.
it Thursday? It was like 6 people, 7 people that signed for like $200 million. That's baseball money.
That's right.
NBA has
That's
Yeah.
finally
right.
touched the baseball money. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
NBA also is fully guaranteed contracts, so that's where I co-sign that. It's that's where I co-sign the baseball money thing. But see, but baseball money it actually doesn't go around as vastly as it does
no,
NBA.
no, it
That's the
doesn't.
difference. Like you got to
Yeah.
be a Mike Trout to get that kind of money. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Aaron
And
Judge,
we don't. Yeah, yeah. Aaron
he
Judge,
about
that's
to
what I was gonna say.
he about to clean up. He about to clean up on that too.
Yeah, and what did he
But
just signed for? Like 19, I think,
Night,
for the
yeah,
year.
1 year for 19 million, which is
Yeah,
bananas right now.
but
He's still
but these
underpaid.
but these NBA numbers though, I mean, it sounds like wow, holy shit, all these people getting this money thrown around, but you're throwing it around amongst way less players. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like there's 9 people on a baseball field. There's only about 12 to 15 on an
on a
entire
roster.
NBA
Yeah.
roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And only
Well,
Yeah.
one person on each roster is making that money.
right. So
Again,
you got to
man.
think what? There's only 500 people in the NBA, right?
Hmm.
Total, like maybe four something. There's 1,000 dudes in Major League Baseball. The rosters go
It's
40 deep. You know what I'm
word.
saying? And it's you got to be the top 1% to get that money. Like you said, you got to be a Mike Trout. You got to be like a Max Scherzer. You got to be Aaron Judge. You got to stand out above and beyond. Like your shit is untouchable to get that kind of bread. But in the NBA, the way the contracts are structured and the way they setting shit up, it's ridiculous right now. I can't. Yo, 5 years from now, somebody's gonna be signing for like 450 or some shit like that. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Well, if they keep
Excuse the
growing, the
technical
NBA
difficulty.
is generating some serious money, man. Some football type money soon. So
Yeah.
that's the growth. It's that
Excuse
global growth.
excuse the technical difficulties, people. Because I just had dropped connection just a second ago because the Wi-Fi's been
You're good.
acting up here.
You
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
man?
No, I'm just all right. Thank you. But yeah, Jamal. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna be ex- yeah, we're gonna see some NFL type, but no, we'll never see NFL type numbers because let's keep it real. We're kind of seeing them now, like the way TJ said. We're getting a lot of these $200+ million. This is what the super max deals are, and they call them super max because you are staying loyal to said team that you are playing for. But if you go somewhere else, you're gonna probably see like $100 million less difference between what you can and can't earn as far as the supermax deal thing is. But NFL, the difference is
Thank you.
we're gonna hear 500 million guaranteed. No, 500 million, 250 guaranteed.
Well, the only one that's really got that crazy money guaranteed was Deshaun Watson. Like all his money's guaranteed
Just about, and Deshaun Watson is utilizing that to
to pay for his
you know
court bill.
Stay, stay
to
out the
pay
clink.
for,
Yep.
but they also did him the favor of backloading that contract and giving him, like, I think he's only getting like a million change this first year. So where the loss of this season
Right.
isn't gonna
Right.
hurt him pay wise. But I thinking pay wise, I'm saying like you don't get these guaranteed numbers out of the NFL. You only get them in Major League Baseball and
Hmm.
basketball because they're fully guaranteed contracts.
So let me ask you the question: with these ridiculous contracts coming out the NBA, where's the cutoff at? Where is the cutoff at for like 300 million,
There
four
isn't
hundred
one.
million?
There
Where's the
isn't,
cut?
man.
Where's it
There
going to be the point where like, nah, I'm not giving you that, bro.
there
It's
You
all
isn't.
you
about the revenue, man. It's all about the
you
league revenue and
you're
team revenue.
making as much as the franchise is generating at
Yeah.
this point. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, where is the cutoff at?
Well,
These
that's
guys
the
are
thing.
40,
Pause that.
50 million a season.
Pause
Yeah.
that for a second because you're saying you're making as much as the team is generating. They're generating way more than
Hmm.
the 50 or 40 or 30 million that one player is getting. They're getting way more money than
That
that
TV
one
money,
player.
right? Is that
It,
TV
so
money?
I'm not trying to sparse down or break down where exactly their revenue is coming from because you got to remember all of these owners are multiple franchise and or business owners outside of, like, none of these people are just owners of their
No,
team and that's it.
Yeah, you're
this is
right.
their
You're
this
right.
is their expensive hobby, is what this
This
is.
ain't a lot of them exactly is their expensive hobby. And so where's the cutoff? It's not gonna cut off because guess what? Each season there's a different MVP each season. That MVP is gonna look back and be like, well, I'm now better than that guy. Give me that money. Well, I'm now better than that guy. Give me more than that money. So it's continued to still keep climbing up slowly, 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 slowly to where, like, when everybody thought Michael Jordan probably should have been one of the highest, if not the highest paid players in the league. But we've seen the deals he got when he did. Plus, he also kind of did the what Tom Brady did in some ways, take the team friendly deals to be able to get pieces,
Well,
right or
because
wrong.
Nike was paying him more than his NBA salary,
Yeah.
so he didn't
He had
care.
he had brands outside
Right,
of NBA
right,
so
right.
he
And
was
I
getting
was
his
gonna
cake.
say,
Yeah.
comparing to today's NBA, LeBron James, same thing. Like he's good elsewhere. He don't need to take huge contracts from, but you would think a person like him should be always the top, you know what I'm saying? And let
Right.
everybody else fight for it. And
Yeah.
so that's what's happening now. It's like the people who've never won shit ain't gonna win shit are the ones that are, well, I'm deserving this much, I'm deserving that much, I'm deserving that much. And let them keep getting it because these owners can pay it and it's going to keep growing. And then when
They're
you look at it
building.
again, there's one person on every team that could probably get that. There's probably one person on probably every team, while everybody else is making veteran minimum, 1 million a season, 8 million a season, 2 million a season. They can afford this, so don't worry about that.
Yo, is how does it that you make 10 to 15 million? You're like considered like low, like damn near broke. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got the funds to fuck with me. Like, how is that possible? You're making 15 million a year, bro,
Man, listen,
Cost of living,
and
I
that's
make
inflation.
light.
I
That's
make six
light.
I make 6 digits on paper and I stay broke. Because that's why I said it's on paper. It's on paper.
Jesus.
But anyway, we just kind of went all over the place now on some just random. Shout out to my boy Random Ramblings with Rob, but I was just thinking random ramblings that we were just doing it. But yeah, what's next? Who's next?
Well, we could talk about that dumpster fire in New York. That's not the Knicks.
Woo! Woo!
I guess we could go there too.
Woo! Woo! Yo, they
You
was
know.
ready to hang banners 2 years ago. Banners. The Kings of New
Man.
York. There's new management in town. All
Shout
this
Remember the
other
Knicks?
caca.
Shout out
The
to
Knicks
Anna
wasn't
Maurice.
cool. Yeah, the Knicks wasn't cool. Remember that? Knicks ain't cool.
Yo, I'm
When
just laughing real hard right now,
the
man.
Knicks ain't cool, now they trying to force their way out. What happened?
Uh-huh.
What
What
happened?
happened? You was
As,
just all
What?
good just a week ago.
you just stole my shit. I was about to say, as the former 10% owner Jay-Z once said, it was all good about a week ago. Like, really,
Mhm.
it was if a week
Damn,
ago.
homie. In high school, you was the
He
man,
was the
homie.
man,
What
homie.
happened to you?
I
Yeah.
think we could get all. I think we could get all the Brooklyn rap quotes on this one. Like,
Oh man.
yo,
Ooh,
who the fuck
look
is
what's going.
this?
The
Traded
fuck
me at
happened to you?
5:46 in the morning. Fucking yawning. I'm yawning.
Uh, ooh, it was,
Yo.
Kyrie 11 was looking forward to managing the team this offseason with KD. Managing.
They went in there. They went in there playing the Crooklyn Dodgers.
Oh
Man,
my god.
I don't know, but like, boy, what a ride that has been. That was a colossal failure overall. That whole experiment was a
Wow.
colossal failure.
And
They
but
had all
this,
Wow.
the pieces.
it ain't over. It ain't
It's not.
over because because these two guys, as a Brooklyn Italian would say, they think who they are. You
Yeah.
know, they think
Yeah.
they think who they are. So they probably assume, well, I got all of these muscles. I could just no nigga, y'all trapped. Like Colonel Abrams trapped.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Like y'all niggas are trapped. KD talk
Yo.
about I want to trade. KD talk about I want to trade. Meanwhile, you just signed for 4 more years.
With no
You
player
still
option.
none.
None.
You got no
So
control, bro.
No
he talk about
control.
he want to go to either Phoenix or the Heat, which we know that's how KD rolls. But uh do those teams have any assets to give up in return? The Nets are not trying to get back peanuts for these dudes.
Yo,
No.
They
you heard
mortgage
the
the
owner.
future for these dudes.
The owner said, "Yeah, go ahead, figure that shit out yourself. If it works, we'll do
Yeah,
it.
man, manage
If
the team.
if it don't work, then you just gotta put on that shirt, bro.
That's it, man.
That
And circling back, when we was talking about guaranteed contracts, how much has Kyrie affected the next collective bargaining and
oh my
everything else with him?
god.
Them guaranteed contracts may not be so guaranteed because of old boy. And I know he's got a lot of
Yeah.
defenders and a lot of people. And I have to admit that Stephen A. bags on this dude, man, forever.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. He's obsessed with Kyrie Irving. It's ridiculous. But Kyrie Irving has to have some accountability for the
Listen,
situation that franchise is in.
Jamal, I understand Kyrie wants to do what he wants to do, but he also signed a contract which is obligated to the team. You gotta fill out the least you have to do is do the bare minimum and play the games that you were contracted to play. That's
Minimum.
point blank. Period.
I
Minimum.
know he
But
can't. He can't. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
no, real quick. JP's
Yeah.
in the building. Obviously not on
What's up,
camera, but he's
JP?
in the building.
Yeah, what up, Jay?
What up? What up? Can y'all hear me?
Barely. You
Yeah.
might have
Barely.
to no,
Talk-
no, barely.
Talk closer to the mic.
Y'all hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
A
Yes.
little better.
All right. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
All right, man. How about
What do you-
yourself?
What are you on? Like a life alert? Because every time you talk, there's like a blue, bloom. There's like a sound that comes through.
Hold up, hold up.
You see, you heard it? Y'all heard it? Thank you. Come back and come back in. But yeah, man, I mean, this whole Brooklyn Nets saga has been comedy.
It is comedy. For
Niggas with
once,
no
it's
power. Niggas with no power. Niggas with no power.
how blessed
Shout
it
out
is to see some bullshit going down in New York and it ain't the Knicks.
as
How blessed it is to see.
Oh my God.
shout out to this
Oh my.
dude Wyatt Rainerson, I guess Rearson. I apologies if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. He says, as a Lakers fan, I think I put together the perfect trade that benefits both LA and Brooklyn. Sound off in the comments, let us know, because right now nothing makes sense outside of Brooklyn.
You
And
know what
and
I?
you would have to mortgage your entire team to get. If I was the Nets,
Yes.
I am making you give me LeBron James.
Yes.
They're not
Yes.
trying to do that. LeBron
Yes.
trying to play with those dudes, man.
Yes.
No, I
So
know, but
The
if I
Nets.
am the Nets,
mhm.
you are giving me everything. Your firstborn, your Benzes, your Bentleys. Give me that building across the street. I'm want everything
Damn, what's
to
the
make.
Well,
practice facility?
I want it all. If you're telling me to give up my superstars, or as the movie superstar, if you're telling me to give that up, I want it all.
there
I
you
Look
want
what
it
go.
the
all.
look what the Atlanta Hawks had to give up for DeJounte Murray.
Well, we're gonna
All
give
right,
up to the
We
biggest
go.
haul in the second. Pause all
We
of that.
go. Yeah, we're gonna get there, but
Because there's a
but
bigger haul. There's a bigger haul that happened
the
that's like,
the
whoa.
the Nets are going to get a boatload of shit for one person, bro.
Or they're going
One person,
or they're
or
going to get nothing.
and
And
have him play.
that's what they should get. They should get nothing and make
they
these
mortgage their future
motherfuckers play.
again. It's the second time they mortgage their future,
Yeah,
and I'm not mad
exactly.
at them. I'm not mad at the moves they made, but they brought in three head cases, man. You know, three dudes that wasn't. There's not a leader amongst them. So,
The pro-
but in
the
the only
problem is
way, go ahead, bro.
the problem is it's the curse of Julius Irving. That's what it is. The curse of Dr. J.
And let's keep it real, y'all. This is the second time this happened to the Nets because they thought they was going to get off when they brought in Kevin
The Grandpa
Pierce,
Garnett,
Squad.
Paul
Yeah, the
Pierce.
Garnett,
Grandpa
yeah,
Squad.
Pierce,
Exactly.
Garnett, and Allen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
they were washed up though by then.
hey,
Yeah,
it
that's
don't
what I'm
matter,
saying.
but they thought they was gonna get off, and that's the only point being made. No excuses being made for those motherfuckers.
Y'all
They thought
better y'all better check these bridges and tunnels for suicide alert for AB, man, for Aaron Phillips. You better check him. Make sure he ain't jumping off no bridges.
no,
Oh
no, no,
man.
no. That AP is fine. You need to be talking about Maurice Nixon. Shout outs to him, but
Oh
he
Oh,
yeah.
he was
Mm.
Mr. Nix ain't shit. Ed had at least some level of civility about him and understanding. Well, Maurice was the one that was wilding the fuck out.
How do you think Ben Simmons is feeling now with all this going down? Like, oh man, I'm going to the Nets. I have to be the
Yo,
man. I could just, just
J.
go
oh,
there and play my
oh,
game.
he gonna be the man now. He
Yeah.
gonna be the man
Ben Simmons gonna walk into that office with sunglasses on. It's like y'all got to
Oh
pay
my
me something.
God.
He's gonna
And,
walk in like Eddie Kane Jr. when he signed that contract with Big Red. He's in the office.
But
uh,
you know what though? I'm gonna tell you all something though, man. Kyrie's a talent, man. And we might look at it as a lot of people might look at it as madness at the end of the day, but only he understands what he's doing, man. And you
stop making
know,
excuses for him. We know
no, I'm
he's a
just
talent.
saying. I'm
We
but
just
know
he's
he's
saying.
a talent.
wasting it, JP. He's wasting
yeah.
it by not playing.
Well, hold on. Pause all of that real quick. So Wyatt actually comes through and gives us his trade deal. He says Lakers receive Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, and Seth Curry. Brooklyn receives Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Horton Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, 2027, 29 first round picks.
Nope,
I
That's that's
that's
nope,
actually not bad.
nope,
it's
They're
not
not gonna do that.
terrible.
It's
It's
nope.
not
not
bad.
it's not terrible, but that's like I said, that's like fucking mortgaging your whole everything. And to be honest with you, the Lakers would be receiving way better shooters with Joe Harris and Seth
Hmm.
Curry.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
And I don't
The,
think Anthony Davis wants anything to do with New York.
I doubt that too. And he says Send a couple second round picks to Brooklyn as well with that. Nets
I
will
mean,
find any better. Yo, shout outs to you, Wyatt, for a hell of a deal. I ain't going front. That's an ill ass deal, but like I
It's not
said,
enough. Yeah,
you're gonna
it's
have to
not
give me the
enough.
you're gonna
yeah.
have to give me the Staples Center also. Like I gotta own that building. I gotta own the Staples Center if
You
I'm
mean
Brooklyn.
the crypto building now? Your shit,
Said the
the
crypt
crypt.
currency.
Yeah,
They got all
And
the gangs under one umbrella.
yes.
that's not even that's not a bad trade. But the Nets gonna want more than that. They're gonna want 3 first rounders at least.
Minimum,
So
minimum.
that's not a bad deal because though
And to
that's
be
probably the
honest,
best deal they can make. That's the best deal they can make actually. What you just put in? That's the
word.
best deal they could possibly make. Yeah.
Word up, bro. Shout outs to you, Why again, man, for that one. That is an ill deal, but like I said,
Shout
yo,
out.
you gotta give me everything. I'm sorry, yo.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
You're
You got to
talking
give me
about
the Crip
a
Center, the Blood
generational
Center.
talent in
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. He's still got more in the tank. Like he's still got
Oh
another
yeah.
solid 3 years in the
And
Easy.
the
tank.
issue,
Mm-hmm.
too is like it would have to be if I was the Nets organization, it would have to be a clean wash of their contracts too. Like I am not paying them motherfuckers shit. Like
No,
y'all are
yeah.
taking the whole nut. Pause. Y'all are taking the whole nut, and yeah, y'all rocking with that, and we'll take everything off. Nah,
The Lakers might have to give up cash on top of all those picks, like an
yo,
extra 5 million kicker or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if they want LeBron to win now, that actually is the deal. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it
That's
ain't
it.
happening with Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook is a unfortunately like Kyrie Irving, a ball first point guard that has to that has to kick out when they're already at the rim but can't get it in. They kick out from there, like
mm-hmm.
you know.
Kyrie's more of a better scorer, a better shooter, more efficient than Russell Westbrook.
Way better. Yes. Yeah.
We
Ain't
know
even
that. We know
close.
that.
Yeah. It's not even
Yeah,
close. Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. But it's
If
just I like that deal. I like that deal because it almost feels like one for one swaps with a little bit of extras. But nah, you got to come up off of the Staples Center. You got to come up off the practice facility. I have
Dan
Bam.
wants free parking for life at the Staples Center every time he
I'm
goes there.
saying I gotta be majority stake owner in the LA Sparks.
Bam.
Everything y'all got going on. I need 50% in the Dodgers too.
They're gonna have to sweeten the
He
deal
wants
with
the
Cooper Cup,
Kings. He wants
Right?
Los
Yeah,
Angeles Kings
Matt
money.
Stafford.
I want Odell's bonus signing bonus. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why it finishes off? Cause we're gonna move on to the next like big one. He says, "Oh, I totally get that, but no matter what happens, when you're talking about moving two superstars like Katie and Irving, you're not going to get back
What you
equal value that
right?
that's the unfortunate. Oh, absolutely, good brother. And
Yeah.
that's part of what
Mhm.
we're talking about now. That's why I said, "Hi, I'm your new LA Sparks owner." You gotta give me the loot. Give me the loot since we talking Brooklyn. Like, you gotta give me everything.
Magic Johnson's got to be head of operations for my squad now, and not
Yes,
your squad.
Yeah.
I'm
yes,
taking Jerry West too.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Rob Palinka's working both teams. You
Well,
know, you just you
we'll
just
think about Rob Pelinka. He might be able to stay. He might be able to stay somewhere else. We'll negotiate on Rob Pelinka. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know,
the Knicks
they got
wasn't cool,
the
and
Nets
it
are
was
gonna
about the
have.
Nets
You know,
culture.
they're gonna have
So
to pull. Nah, Shaq is in our Ring of Honor. Like he won. He won the championship for us.
oh Lord, Lord.
I need all the legacy points.
you got Lakers banners hanging in the Brooklyn arena. And shit.
But JP though, JP, Zion signs and the Pelicans agree to his 5th-year rookie deal option. What you think about that?
That's the team you better look out for next year. They're not going to win the West, but they're going to be a dangerous team. I think the reason why he re-upped and signed that contract because he sees the moves they're making. CJ McCullough, one of the best three-point shooters in the game, can shoot. Brandon Ingram, he had a breakout playoffs last year. He really played well. His game's expanding. They're doing some good things down there, man, in New Orleans. And we all know the special talent that Zion is. Zion can stay healthy, man. we talking about one of the freakish athletes that we've ever seen, and he can stay healthy. He could be an all time great. And he's
Catchphrase King is back. Zion only played 85 games in 3 seasons.
yeah,
And thanks
but
to shout outs before we keep going. Shout outs. Thanks, Wyatt. He says totally liked and subscribed to y'all. Gonna be listening for a while. Thanks, guys. Would love to get man. Listen, we welcome everybody and anybody to come through, man. So
Thank you, sir.
you see that QR
Appreciate you,
code
Wyatt.
at the top
Yeah.
corner. Hit us up there and we'll get back to you whenever possible. We welcome everybody to come through. Bring a cigar too for us.
Word.
But now back to Zion.
If
nah,
Zion could stay healthy, he wouldn't be in New Orleans.
Mmm.
That's where I'm at. Yep.
Mmm. Mmm.
Go ahead, Jamal. Keep going, because I'm right there with you.
I think if he could stay healthy, he would be in New York or LA. I think
Wow.
that's the deal. So yeah,
Wow.
We just
my
talked
personal
about
opinion.
we just
You
talked
think that
about
move
all
is
this.
still is going to happen eventually? Maybe 2-3 years down the road.
Maybe he has to play for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
I will give this Knicks front office management state credit. They're not doing any wild shit. They're very cautious. They're extremely cautious, even though it's driving some people who want to win now crazy. We done stunk for 50 years. Come on, fam. Slow build. You know, let let's let's let's
It
let's be
can't
let's
and
be
it
smart
can't
about it.
it
The
can't
thing.
get any
The thing.
slower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing that bothers me is that the people are still clowning the moves that we made, and I don't understand
it's
how.
brilliant. It was brilliant.
Well,
All
They're
right,
like,
we'll,
you
we'll, get- we'll
overpaid
get to
for
the Knicks.
no.
Brunson.
We'll get
Let's say you're rolling over
yeah,
the
we'll get to the Knicks.
Zion part, which
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
no,
yeah.
sorry.
because
Yeah.
I want you to go keep going on the Knicks. But I just wanted to add on the Zion part.
hmm
Here's the thing with him. He just signed his last year of the rookie deal. Guess what?
Yeah.
After this season, if he could even lace him up and get it on the court,
hmm
his New Orleans days is over unless
I
if
think
he
so.
wants them to be.
Yeah.
If he wants them to be. So it's not a how much 2-3 years. No, this season. This is the
Mm.
season he needs to come back and quote unquote do like the NFL players do. Do what every wide receiver definitely does in the NFL. Come out and ball out for that next contract.
hmm
wait a minute. He just signed a contract the other day. 5 years,
He
231 million.
I thought it was just a rookie
I'll be right
extension.
back. Hold on.
No, he signed 5 years, 231
Oh, my
million.
bad, my bad.
Yeah,
Thank you, JP. Thank
yeah,
you
he
for the
re up.
correction. Thank you for the correction. So then, yeah, it goes
Oh,
back
good.
to
Good
what
for
you were
him.
saying.
Good for him then. That's a
It-
risk on New Orleans, but that's good for Zion though.
But
no, yeah,
are we touching the New York Knicks with the New York Knicks digs?
we're
I got
going we're going there now.
okay.
TJ said he's coming back, but I wanted him and Jamal to keep going on that now,
Yeah,
which I know
yeah.
you want to give us props, JP. It's all right.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something with the Knicks. This is real talk. Jalen Brunson, first off, is a very very good player. He's a solid player. Um, what I was going to say is with those draft picks, what people aren't looking at the big picture, the bigger picture. They're actually setting themselves up to
Bingo.
get themselves maybe a franchise player in this lottery next
Yep.
year. And I'm going to tell you the biggest fish is. It's a kid named Victor Wimbamba. He's from France. He's 7'3". This is what the scouts are saying. He's a Rudy Gobert defensive type player with Kevin Durant offensive skills. I saw a report. They're saying this kid is the best prospect since LeBron James 20 years ago. And one scout even went as far on the Atlantic to even say that he is the most offensively skilled big man he sees since Lou Alcindor.
Mm.
So if the Knicks market them manage to all those picks they manage to get the number one pick next year, they're looking like geniuses. So people
Listen,
shouldn't be so much down on the Knicks pick because they're saying this kid is going to be a franchise player for the next 15 years in the NBA.
well, with that player that you mentioned, that's if we could even get in position to get
Yeah,
him
if you
first
get
and
in
foremost.
position. Remember all those jokes about the Knicks not getting the number one pick, missing on Zion, or stuff? That stuff will be out the window to get Victor Wimbamba next year.
It's a
If we was
Yeah.
true.
expecting, we was hoping for something similar this year, and what the fuck did we fall to? You know what I'm
This is
saying?
the
Like,
player. This is the player you want, though, man. This is
if
the
we
player
could
that
get
every
there,
people are tanking. San Antonio's tanking. Okay, everybody's tanking for this kid, man.
if we
Here's
could get there.
the Knicks made some smart moves. Like I said, I'll give the Knicks front office props. We've kept the majority of our draft picks since this new front office came in. They're playing. This is the best Knicks youth core we've had in 2 generations. Right? They came into this draft. There was nothing there at 11. They wanted Ivy. Ivy wasn't there. Who else was available that's better than Jalen Brunson that the Knicks could have pulled off?
True.
They made that move. They got their man. They got a dope backup center, and they still got their 3 draft picks next year, and they're still in good salary cap space. It's a win. The past Knicks front office right now, what would they have done? You know what I mean? So sometimes just being stable and steady is a win. You know, if there's no move to make no move, or you make the best move possible. They didn't break the bank, and you know we haven't had a point guard. If you want to look at I can't even tell you the last point guard the Knicks had that's better than Jalen Brunson. Not that Jalen Brunson is the greatest point guard in the league, but he's better than anything we've had.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm looking at y'all's history. I'm thinking of y'all's history. Who was a great point guard that you guys had last time? Well, yeah, the old Jason Kidd.
Old Jason
Yeah,
Kidd,
that
old
that
Raymond Felton.
I would say
You
that
know,
was the last time. We have to go
Yeah.
all the way back to 2007. Because I was
here's what
going to
we
say
had.
before that, in the 90s, we had some damn good point guards that were point guards at the time. Like they were the
Oh
facilitators
yeah.
of their day. They weren't the scoring point guards that we got nowadays. We had what we had the people who got the ball to Pat, got the ball to everybody down low when the game was that. But yeah, we had to go back to
You,
2007 Jason Kidd streamers after winning one playoff game.
we talking about a history of Chris Childs. Uh, who else we had?
Two
Charlie
peats.
Ward,
Oh, Charlie Ward, man.
Frank Ntilikina, Nate Robinson, Raymond Felton, Chris Duhon, Hurt and old Chauncey Billups, Trey Burke, Pablo Prigioni, Frank Williams. Man, we had Rick Brunson for a minute, Langston Galloway. We had busted back Baron Davis, Tony Douglas, Jose Calderon. I mean,
Penny
we
Hardaway was there for a minute.
Howard Isley, Jared Jack.
I'm surprised JP didn't mention. I don't remember his position, but just because TJ's back now, he didn't say Clee Anthony early.
Yes.
I'm gonna let y'all live, man. You know what? I'm done. I'm done with it. You know I can clown, but you know what? I'm done with clowning with y'all with the Knicks. I've done enough clowning with the Knicks.
No, because
You
you
know.
know what? Because when we talk, JP, you at least let me know. Like you respect that we're slow growing properly now. Like
Yeah,
you,
you
and it's the
are.
same, and we give you the same thing in return, which is where I was going to now even further retract my statement of, yeah, I think the Sixers won that trade.
Ah,
Yeah,
ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
ah.
Got to give it to them. It was a
But
slow reveal, but they won it.
yeah, but you know what? They got it. They done some nice pickups, but they still gotta improve some areas too. Though the Sixers do. They
But
really
Oh,
want to contend.
you
JP,
know,
JP.
Yo,
So the dude they just signed, what's his name? Tucker. All
Tucker.
these, he's just a
Good
replacement
move.
for Joey Green.
Yeah.
You
Like
meant you
it's
meant
just,
nah Green. We got Eddie House to replace Green. That's who. And
but
the kid
Eddie
that helped
House, but Tucker's better than both those dudes, man.
Oh, PJ Tucker, you know what? PJ Tucker is coming here for leadership. He's won a championship. He's coming here for leadership and light some fire under their asses. That's the
and
reason
He
why
will.
he
He will
came.
and
definitely help them next year. It's the
he's
year
gonna
after
light some
that we got to
fire in
see.
the sneaker
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
You know.
that's the reason why he came here.
He
He
came
came
here,
here to and to hold people accountable. That's the problem. The problem is we don't have like leadership. He's going to bring some leadership qualities here to this team.
man. He gonna bring millions of dollars to the Mitchell and Ness store.
Oh yeah, yeah.
JP on a real thing though, he can bring all the leadership he wants. Are they going to follow him? Are they going to listen to him? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think so.
Embiid is his own man, bro. You know what
Not
I'm
Embiid,
saying?
Harden.
wanted- Embiid
And
wanted
Embiid
him to
will
come.
listen. Yeah, Embiid will
Embiid wanted him
listen.
to come to
Harden won't.
Philly. He
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Harden
Harden will
played. They
listen because they
played
play
together,
together.
right?
Yeah,
They
they
played
play
together
together.
in
He'll
Houston.
listen.
So,
He'll listen.
so we hope.
So
But
you know, but
but
you know
then
what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Sixers win a championship, they win a championship. If not, it's like okay, life goes on, man. For
But
real.
JP, is that not an epic fail though? If they did it with the players that they had and came through those doors and all the first round draft picks and all that tanking, what was it
They
for
they
then?
they they, they blundered. They blundered a lot of things. But you know what? The thing is though, how many teams have won championships in the last, we'll say, 15 years?
No, you're right.
You,
It's still
you
only
know,
a
That's
you got to
select.
facts.
take it
That's
from that
facts.
It's
point of
still
view
only a
too.
select few.
It's only a
Hmm.
select few, you
Yeah.
know. But the thing is, they won 50 games every year. People were back in the stands. I mean, you couldn't get nobody in the stands 8, 10 years ago in Philly. People come into games and stuff. So, revenue, they're one of the top revenue teams in the league. So you got to look at it from that perspective. I'm talking about
Also,
that's how
also,
ownership looked at it.
also, JP, you got to outside of James Harden, who is definitely a superstar. Why can't they get anybody to come and play there? Even we
They don't
going
got a
back to the
bench.
days of
Yeah.
AI. You know what I'm saying? Like I know dudes wanted to play with AI, but they just didn't want to play in Philly. Why is that?
Because
It's
you
the
see the
story of
fans,
the
you see how
Northeast, man.
because
Yeah.
because
It's the
historically
Northeast.
Philadelphia has
Yeah.
a bad. You listen to Philadelphia. I don't know if you ever listen to Philadelphia sports radio. Philadelphia sports radio and the Philadelphia fans got a real bad rap. That's why
Yeah.
nobody wants to come here. And if you and they will hold you accountable if you play bad. They will hold you accountable.
And this era of player is soft. And I'm gonna say it like Enzo Amore used to say it back in the day. SAWFT.
Soft.
Soft.
Man,
These players can't take shit, but they want to have burner accounts on Twitter and or online and shit. Like, nah, like y'all not even built for the fucking internet and how
No,
soft
man.
some of they are mentally. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not. They're not built for play in New York and Philly. These athletes that are coming out now, they just not, man.
They're not.
If you're not from
Mhm.
here, then yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
you gotta
tough.
really want to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really tough, and that goes across the
TJ,
lines in all sports.
that's a real statement you made right there.
Yeah.
You got to be mentally. If you ain't from here, you won't understand. These fans will harass you. If you're out to dinner, these fans will get on you if you're an athlete.
Dude, I seen it. I seen it happen. And Julius Randle like literally imploded on himself this whole last season, bro. He just
Hmm.
couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with it. And he's seen the good side of just what happens if you just play hard.
He got all the love.
He
The
got more
year
love
that
than he ever got in his life
for
when he was playing
real,
well.
he
Yeah.
got all the love when we made that fourth seed.
So why would you think that they wouldn't turn on you just as quick if you started playing half-ass
But
and
it's
started
also
reverting back to the old you? It doesn't work.
it's
It
also how
wasn't
you
even turning on him. Go ahead,
but
John. My
no,
bad.
I just want to briefly say it also is how you deliver yourself in adversity
Hmm.
on the mic in front of these cameras. It's how do you carry yourself after the game and not just oh well I'm a respond do like the TikTokers love to do. See negative comment, throw it up on the big screen and act tough and talk about it. That's kind of what he, in my
So
opinion, did. Which you see, we just threw up comments today. If there was a negative comment on here, it never goes on our screen. You don't give it attention, but you instead you there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. He needs media
so
training.
I was listening to another podcast that was just about the Knicks, and they talk about how RJ Barrett showed up for every press conference, win or lose, to the point where they didn't want to interview RJ no more because they can't ask him the same dumbass questions over and over and over again. And RJ would go into the press conferences and talk to the guy who's talking shit about the Knicks. He'd be like, yo, I heard you didn't want to speak to me today. He
Hmm.
knows exactly what he's doing. This is a chess game, bro. Just get your face out there, answer the questions, and keep it moving. You're not going to have a perfect game every night. We know that. Just say, I
One.
didn't have it
Yeah.
tonight. Or, the better team, they got the best of us tonight. You know what I'm saying? We didn't execute like we were supposed to. You can just do the simplest form of answer and start getting emotional about the shit every time you get in front of the microphone, man. It's
That's
not
why
it's
he's the
not that
face of the Knicks,
hard.
bro.
That's
RJ's the face
exactly
of the
why
Knicks, and
yes,
he's built for New York. The way he
he
handled
is.
it, he's
He
built for
is.
New York at a young age.
He had
Yep.
family that played here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his father played for St.
Yeah,
John's.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I also think
And
that
they said his grandfather kept him a Knicks fan too, growing up or something like
yes,
that.
yes. And I think having your godfather as Steve Nash, having your godfather like prepped him as well for what the bullshit that was about to come too. Like that can't go undenied. Like having somebody in your corner like that coaching you up. They've been doing this since he was in high school and college. So he's been playing on the biggest stages since college.
And
Yeah,
we
he
And
spent
can't.
time in New York too, man. He
I
spent a
said,
lot of summers in New York, so
and
you
we
know.
can't
yeah.
say, it's Duke University because look at how Kyrie be talking out there. He like the
Kyrie
But
just
sun.
yeah,
be doing
he's been
Kyrie, man.
groomed. Yeah, he's been groomed for this for quite some time, and he wants it. Like he relishes in this shit.
Hmm.
Kyrie be
And
out there talking like he be reading the watchtowers and
Hmm.
he be reading off the final calls and the Beanpot Brothers
I forgot which
magazine.
podcast I was listening to, but they referred to him as Dr. Umar Irving, and I almost died. I almost died, man.
Don't you find this suspicious? Don't you find that suspicious?
But
Yo,
Fucking hilarious. But before we get out of here though, man, we gotta get in. Who got all the details on that Utah deal?
ooh,
Because my goodness,
yeah.
the minute it was literally like Minnesota. What the fuck are you doing? That's what
they
that
already
deal
got
right
Carl
there.
Anthony Towns, so I don't understand what Gobert's
Are,
going to do with Carl Anthony Towns there.
are they gonna move him to four?
They have to.
Hmm.
Guess
They
they
I
have
guess
to.
I guess they
because
figured that because he won the 3-point shooting contest. So, oh,
He'll be outside.
we got a
he'll be outside.
sharpshooter
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I
We
think
got
they
a
don't want him to do any dirty
sharpshooter.
work. They got let Gobert do the dirty work and let Towns just free float and do his thing. But hmm,
Well,
That's a lot of bodies in the
J,
paint, man.
JP, do you have the names on that deal? Because Minnesota damn near gave away everybody that got them to the playoffs last year.
It's about Rudy Gobert. Let me look it up for
Yeah,
you
man,
real quick.
because that shit was crazy. All I know, what's the name? Patrick Bev. Oh shit! I thought there was a big ass spider rolling on my chair, but nah, Patrick Beverly, the biggest shit talker in the world, is now gone. Now he's gets to do it in white people's Africa. You know what I'm
all
saying?
right, I got it right here. So they got 4 first round picks. The Jazz get Malik Beasley. They get Screwface Beverly. They get Leandro Bomaro. They get Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt. 2023 first round pick. 2025 first round pick. 2026 pick swap. 2027 first round pick.
Damn.
2029 first round pick protected. And the
Wow.
Timberwolves get Rudy Gobert.
Wow.
That
So
is
what are
the
they going to give up for Kevin Durant? If they gave up all that for Rudy Gobert,
I
like
told you
four-time Defensive Player of the Year,
the
The
Staples
level's been
Center.
set.
The
Exactly. The
Staples
level's
Center.
been set. Yeah.
Give me
The
the
Nets are
Staples
going
Center.
to. Yeah.
but you also got to look at what the Hawks gave up to get DeJounte Murray. They gave up 3 first-rounders for DeJounte Murray.
But yo, that backcourt's going to be there for a good 10 years, though. And that
Right.
backcourt is nasty. It's fucking
There's value
filthy.
in that. There's
Yeah.
value in that, and the potential. I mean, it could go both ways. It could potentially not mesh out, and those draft picks are phenomenal, or
Hmm.
those draft picks all become like the Sixers trust the process draft picks and bust.
You know what that Minnesota trade equals? The Herschel Walker deal
Yes,
when
sir.
they traded Herschel Walker for all those picks to Dallas.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
It
Uh,
Yes,
could
sir.
but you
it
know
could
what? But
end
you
up
know what
just
though?
like that.
You know what though? This right here also opens up Carl Anthony Towns to play the power forward position.
That's what
I
we
think
was
he's
just
better.
saying.
I think he's better
Yeah.
suited to play that position because he can shoot from the outside, and Rudy Gobert could be the defensive presence down low. And remember, they do have a budding superstar in Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is on his way to being a superstar in this league.
yeah,
These teams are relegated, so not to switch gears. For that Hawks Spurs swap, so the Hawks got Devontae Murray and Jock Landale. Spurs got Danilo Gallinari. They got the 2023 first round pick, the 2025 first round pick, the 2026 pick swap, and the 2027 first round pick.
that's a lot, man.
That's
Hmm.
a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So it better
That's a
work out.
lot.
But I think
I
the
just
Hawks are just looking now for role players after this. So
Yeah, but I mean, they both attack the basket at such a high rate. Like,
they
I don't
needed
know. I don't.
shooters, spot up shooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, they got Herter still, which is good, and they got the other kid that could shoot. But Oh, Bogdanovich. They still got Bogdanovich and Herder. Those are your shooters outside of.
Collins.
So JP,
At,
what's that starting five? What's the Hawks starting five now with Murray?
oh,
Uh,
it's
Murray
I,
Young,
Uh huh.
Collins,
Hmm.
um,
Herder and
Herder.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah,
No.
that's be your starting five. That'd be your start. That's actually a
Don't they
pretty
decent
decent starting
Oh,
five.
No, they
Capella.
got
I was
Is
gonna
Capella.
say
Capella's
Capella.
Capella. Is
Oh,
Capella
and
there?
Yeah.
Capella's there.
Capella? Yeah,
Yeah.
Capella's the five.
But who's coming off the bench for them now? The Gallinari's gone.
Yeah, I guess.
And
But,
Danilo
but
wants to go to Boston.
yeah, he's going to ball. Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. You better
Boston
watch
got to pick up.
Boston. Boston got a huge pickup with Malcolm Brogdon. That's if he can stay healthy.
If he can
Right.
stay healthy.
They could. They actually have the pieces to probably that might be able to dethrone the Warriors with Malcolm Brogdon running the point.
They was missing a point guard. That's the problem they had. They was
And he
missing a
can
point
shoot.
guard
And
this year.
he's a 50, 40, 90 guy.
That's
Yeah,
right. And they
yeah.
don't need him to play more than 20 minutes a night. They can rest him to keep him healthy.
They
Oh
come
hell
in,
yeah.
he's coming off the bench. So
Hmm.
Smart's going to continue to start. Man, Boston really has a powerful bench now with
Yeah.
Gallinari coming there too, possibly.
I
They
think
got
the Spurs are going to waive Gallinari. So yeah,
yeah.
if they haven't already.
Yeah, Brogdon's going to kill any second team's point guard
Yep.
all day. He's gonna cook them.
Plus he's too tall. He's 6'8".
Damn.
Malcolm Brogdon is 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tall, long squad, G.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
6'8".
big.
He's
Yeah.
6'8" point guard.
I didn't know he was 6'8", man. Damn.
Yeah.
That's who I thought the Knicks were originally going to get before this
They
whole
were.
Brunson deal
Yeah.
was going
If-
down.
If
Hey,
they
I-
whiffed on Brunson and Ivy, that's who they were getting was Brogdon. That was their
Yeah,
target.
yeah.
The only thing with Brogdon is he's only played 48 games a year over the last 3 years. That's the only
Right.
thing. But if
Right.
he can stay healthy, man, bro, you
better
better
than-
watch Boston next year, man.
That's better than 85 games over 3 years.
You talk about Dr. Umar again?
No, that's
That's Zion.
That's
That's
Zion.
Zion.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys: have you guys touched on the USC UCLA thing?
Yeah, man.
What?
That's as money runs college. Money. It's college football.
Man,
My love for college football has been deteriorating, and
What
Not
happened?
me.
Where I wasn't going. We wasn't going there, but what happened? I don't know.
You see it-
USC and UCLA are joining the Big Ten.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
They were in the
man.
Pac-12, right? They were in the
Yep, they're
Pac-12
in the
before.
Pac-12. They're joining the Big Ten now.
Historic foundation teams of the Pac-10, bro. Pac-10,
Yeah,
Pac-12. Yeah,
yeah.
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 They're just destroying.
That's like when Villanova left the Big East.
Now
It's
Villanova's still the Big East.
Not the Villanova. Syracuse left the Big East. Like how is that possible? How you let that happen?
It's because the
Yes.
fuckery in college football is affecting college basketball. That's what destroyed the Big East was college football. That's what destroyed the Big East basketball.
But everything
So-
changes, though, bro.
Yeah.
Remember, nothing stays the same, though.
It's true.
I know
That's
what you're
very
saying. 'Cause it's going to be strange seeing USC going to Michigan for a 12 p.m. game. People on the
It's
West
crazy.
Coast got to get up at 9 o'clock in the morning to see
9 o'clock.
see them play. But hey, Jamal, I tell you what's a good thing about it is now we can go to Rutgers and see USC at Rutgers.
That's true, bro. I'll be there with you, though. I'll be there with you because them Rutgers tickets is affordable, bro.
Yeah, there's not a bad seat in that stadium. Not a bad seat
Bro.
at all.
I'm there with you, man.
It says so.
kidding?
USC and UCLA in the Big Ten.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Now-
you. Thank you. We could get people to whoop fucking Ohio State's ass finally. Get them the fuck out of here. And then now too, I think I heard what's the name? Notre Dame is possibly Big Ten in it also.
I think they're linked to the ACC, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I
Notre
thought they were going.
Yeah, but they,
But they
I
don't
hope
want
they
that
go to the Big
smoke.
Ten. No,
They
I
don't
think
want
go to
that
the Big Ten.
ACC smoke.
They're
They don't want that
also-
ACC smoke, bro.
they're also saying that Oregon, Cal, and Stanford might be joining the Big Ten too eventually. in another year.
Why?
Let it happen. Fuck college sports. Let it happen.
Big Ten East, Big Ten West, bro. That's
And
what you're
JP,
gonna do. Break it in half.
And
Yeah.
JP, you remember for years we've talked about this and how I've talked about how the playoffs can be First off, I explained how the playoffs can even exist. Then I talked about how the playoffs can even be expanded.
Mhm.
This is just the start.
It's the start.
consolidate into 8 large conferences, and then you'll have conference winners and runner-ups. There's your 16-team playoff.
Yeah.
It's
That's simple.
it's trending that way, bro. It's
That's
actually trending that
simple.
way.
That's
And,
simple.
and you know another thing too. Think about this. Actually, it was smart for USC and UCLA to do what they did because now everybody knows the SEC is basically running college sports. They just answered with this because now you got the three major media markets in the country with the Big Ten. You got Chicago, New York, and now you add LA to it. And also, them
Who's
and I,
who's in New York in the Big Ten market?
well,
Well, it's
Rutgers.
Rutgers,
Oh,
Rutgers.
that ain't they're not even really they kind of more of an afterthought, to be honest with you, because we don't get them on TV like that out here.
They will now, though.
Just being honest.
Yeah,
But
with
yes,
them teams coming, they will
it
now.
brings
Yeah.
eyes. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Them NIL deals are gonna be off the chain now, especially when you add
Oh,
LA to it. You
Yes,
add the
sir.
LA
oh,
market to it with New York
Yes, sir.
and
oh, JP, you
Chicago.
just hit the
Man,
nail on the head, sir.
And
bruh,
you know what? That
cats
part
gonna
of it,
get $10 to $15 million, maybe $20 million a year now for
And
going to school.
that's a beautiful thing
It's a
I'm
because
beautiful
all for
thing.
that. Yes. Now that you
because
framed it that way, I'm all for it because anything that fucks with the SEC, I'm good with.
now fuck that. Anything that
Nah,
fucks with the NCAA,
yeah, the
I
NCAA,
am
I'm yeah, the
perfect with.
That too.
NCAA. Huh?
That they're the ones we've been talking this shit for years here. They need to go.
Yes, sir.
They need to be abolished as like an organization. Of course, if they did that, they would just disband it and move on to another name. But they would have to restructure everything because the days where it's the student athlete, meanwhile,
Mm-mm.
aka they were non-paid employees.
Hmm.
You're the athlete was the main revenue driver for the schools, especially if depending on the school, especially if it's one of the big time football programs or big time basketball programs. They
Look at what Reggie Bush did for what UCLA,
Come on,
USC.
USC.
man.
USC. Look what Reggie
Yes,
Bush
sir.
did for USC, bro. Changed
Yeah.
their whole shit around completely.
And then what happened? They vacated everything and banned him from the campus because he took
A-
a little bit of money. So what? Who cares?
And guess what? We still remember that national championship, so they can't remove it from our memories.
Yeah, exactly.
They can
They played it.
I'm saying they can Mandela affect the internet all they want. We lived to see it.
You know what gets me? Maybe like, oh, well, they play with an ineligible player. It's like to me, it's like you play with a player that's like 10 years older than the players they're playing with. So what if he got a few dollars? That's what gets me. This well, they cheated. So what if he got a few dollars? Who cares?
That's
Back
not
They,
then,
owe-
cheating.
they owe
back
them
then
plays anyway, man. Fuck the
you couldn't even buy
NCAA.
a kid a
it,
hot dog back then.
Come
I mean,
on,
come
man.
it
on,
it
man.
didn't affect what he did on the field at all.
That's right.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with affecting what he
Fuck
did
out
on
of
the
here.
field.
But I get it. I get it because when you bring it back in the days and when it did affect people because bookies was on their neck for murder for real, I understand that did sway games back then. That shit don't happen as much now. And if it did, you know how much easier it is to find a person? You know what I'm
Mhm.
Yeah,
saying? Like, you know how
yeah.
easy it is to find a person now? Shit, you know how quick they found the guy who was the shooter in the end of the R train or the N
Come
train
on
in
now.
Brooklyn?
Right.
Like quickness.
Yeah,
They'll find them motherfuckers easy.
plus they
Now
had cameras too. Plus they had all
you
those witnesses.
you know who got to be stewing right now? Like Eric Dickerson's got to be like really upset about this shit right now because
Yo,
what they did to
A
him at
whole lot of them
SMU
got to be upset.
but
That's
man,
right.
was
listen, TJ, Eric Dickerson, that man is still living the code of no snitching. That he is still living that code, yo. He upholds that code like none other. You can't get nothing out of all of that you about to say. You can't get nothing out of him about that. Still to this
Nope.
day,
Can't get
that gold 240 or 270 Nissan 240.
can't get that. But I tell you one thing though, the one thing I would give these kids today that are coming up, especially with college sports coming out of high school and stuff, is they are very business minded nowadays. More so than ever. That's one thing I
yes.
would. That's one thing I would give them. They're writing their own destiny. They're not letting these schools choose their destiny for them. They're telling the schools what they want. And if you want me to come here, I want this. I need this, that, and the third. I love it. Player empowerment.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Well, when everybody and most of them probably most of their mamas are entrepreneurs, no jobs, but I'm entrepreneur. Like you're gonna have that mindset in these times. You know what I'm saying? We're in the age where even when it comes to media and stuff like that, like the internet, like we are of the stage where it's now in our hands.
Right. You
And
know what?
this is that level of internet that we're living in.
You know what those NILs help too is the players that aren't getting the face of the university and stuff like that. The smaller guys, you know what I'm saying? Where they're doing local shit, or they're doing signings at a car wash or some shit like that. Where
Hmm.
they're good, but they're just not the upper tier. It's
Right.
helping those second level and third level players
Yeah.
get a few extra bucks in their pocket.
But that's if they are offered those deals. Because if you still, it still goes by if you're the face or not. So if you're not the face, ain't nobody throwing money at you. But what it does do is now it allows that person, that second, third level player, to go outside and get it. It just
Right,
allows you the opportunity to. That doesn't mean they're gonna get it. It
right.
don't mean they're gonna get it at all. At all. But this is a good talk. I gotta end this with the TikTok question of the week. Of course, it's coming off of my page because, like I said, I'll explain before we run the other one I wanted to talk about because I mean, obviously we're only men here, but it's still, it was like a "what would you do" situation, but it came out to be a staged video. So
Oh,
fuck them. But we're gonna. I need y'all to answer this question for me though. All right, Russell Talk. I got a question for y'all. Using rap music only, what would be your theme song if you were a professional wrestler? I'm in a stitch. That's simple. You were a professional wrestler. What rap joint would be your ring entrance music?
there's so many songs
Ooh,
though.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many songs though.
This, yeah, and
Oh, that's
there's
yeah.
some good responses. There's a lot of
Mm,
good responses in the comments on this one. Like shout out to Diamond Blaze. She has a podcast too. Diamonds. I think it's called Diamonds Blaze. I think you could get it on Anchor and Stitcher and stuff. No, it's not Stitcher. It's Spotify. She puts Ambitions of a Rider. P. Bills said Lloyd Banks Warrior. David Ira Charles. Rowdy Rod Never. I know. I don't think I've ever heard that. Ghost Rider Gaming said The Saga Continues by Redman. ESZ Purdue. What's really good? Cameron featuring DMX or Jadakiss, Put Your Hands Up. Earthchild 04 says Mystical Here I Go. I can see that's some real doom, 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 come down real chill type shit, like just about to wild out.
Son,
CJ
I
if
would
Price.
shit. I would go
son, it
with Survival of the Fittest. Mob Deep.
woo,
Yeah,
woo.
that's
But
just some of them. Some people said Shook Ones, my homie Docs Eugene. He put Wu Tang Bring the Ruckus. Of course, there's a Park Hill cat right there too.
but
Uh,
like
per- Perfect Jab, Helter Skelter, the
Mm,
Rockwaller.
Mm.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. Time for some action. Step into the world. Liquid Swords. Beneath the Surface. That's
yo,
an hard MV.
you're missing the key song. I'm still number one.
Well,
mm,
that's up to you.
I'm
That's up to
still
mm,
you.
number one. I'm coming out to
mm,
I'm coming out to the
mm,
maybe Run's house, whose house? What, you know what I'm
mm,
saying?
mm.
Like there's
That
so many joints, man.
it's tough,
I'm the
but
champ by Ghostface Killer. Like, oh my god.
so you got to pick one because mine was actually playing in the backdrop of that video, which I have to go to Vast Airs, Vast Air from Cannibal Ox,
Mm,
Battle of the Planets.
Mm.
First off, I mean this Battle of the Planets, aka G Force, dope ass wow, Japanese animation, or as we called it in that era, Japanimation, before it got shortened to anime. But
yeah, that was a dope cartoon. That was a dope
the
cartoon.
beat
Period.
that the dude made for that joint, I gotta get it now. I gotta get that instrumental for you. But it's a 6 minute song, and the way the intro of that song starts, like I already have I have the full walkthrough I would have to be lifted up from a riser platform or drop down from a thing because
Damn.
it's almost a minute plus just lead into the intro. It is so fucking dope, and then when it kicks in, it's yeah, it gets stupid. It's yeah, but
dude,
that would be mine, Battle of the
Shit.
Planets, and I'm gonna find
dude,
an instrumental for y'all.
dude.
Mama
Just
said knock
Blaze
you
did a
out.
beat for Fat Joe called "The Incredible," and that beat is just retarded. Like it's the intro with the heavy guitar track is like burn up, and man, I don't know, man. You know what? I'm going. I know what I'm going with. I'm going with MOP and Pharaoh Monch. Show no mercy. Period.
Mm,
Period.
Mm.
Just come out
mm.
there and just start taking heads off and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just show no mercy. For
I
the
like
love
that.
of this shit here, we're bloodthirsty. And just oh my god, that intro with the flute coming in the beginning, and then you hear Billy dance like with the Jason coming in on top of that, and then that beat comes in. What?
I like that. I like that.
Show no mercy. Pharaoh Monch and MOP. There it is. Or New York Giants by Big Pun and
Yeah,
MOP.
That's tough.
yeah, that New York Giants, one of the best
Mm.
songs ever, man. Hip hop songs ever.
What would you do, JP? The Jamal is really thinking hard. I see
I got to
Jamal.
I
think.
know my two, man. I know my two. It's
No,
survival of the
go.
fittest or Mama said knock you out. Those are my two.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Um, damn, Terradome by Public Enemy, probably maybe would be
Mm-hmm.
one. Um,
I knew you
shit.
had to have Public Enemy in there. There's no way. There's no way one of the hip hop karaoke S1Ws.
Who would beat it? I need something hype. I need something hype.
Don't sweat the
Maybe
technique.
Annie
Ooh.
up.
Oh, yeah.
See, I
Mhm.
stayed away from that one because that was too easy. That
Yeah,
was too
I'm
easy.
just coming off the. It's so many, man, and to get you
Yeah.
any Buster Rhymes joints that'll get you fired up.
You got G
Buster,
Rap. Nobody even mentioned G Rap. Like,
There's a
I'm
I
just
rap.
trying
mean,
to think of all the ish we used to get hyped during football back in the day, the high
road to
school.
the road to the riches.
there's too,
Damn, man, so
there's
many,
too many there's too many
too
songs,
many.
man.
It's too many
Mhm.
songs.
It's too many songs, man. What was the what was the I mean, there was so many beatdown anthems in the '90s. Like, you can throw CNN in there. You know what
Take
I'm
him out,
saying?
Yeah, see, that's exactly where I
bring
was
him
going.
out
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Shot him up, shot a ball head. One
Oh,
gun,
one
two
guns,
guns,
two
three
guns,
guns.
three guns,
Three
four.
goes
You're
four.
mine. It's all about crime. I did
Oh,
that.
that.
That
And you
shit
want
was
to get live? What?
live,
Live
live.
like a wire. I set the whole fire on fire.
Shit.
I
Remember
Punks
mean,
jump
Skippy's
up to
part?
get
I
beat
hate
down.
your guts and I
punks jump
hope
up
that
to
you
get beat
die.
down.
Stupid
God
niggas
damn.
believe in life is a
Hmm.
lie. I'm having a bad day, so stay out of my way. It's crazy how it's crazy how what happened with him and
Yeah.
skateboard dude though. That was even crazier.
Yo,
Yo,
we're
there's
gonna have
just
that conversation one day too. I think the best closers in rap. Because I would dare put Sticky up in number one. I
Sticky
personally
was nice, man.
Yeah,
Sticky
man.
Sticky was nice.
Sticky was that dude that like at one time you could not let him not close your song. You know what I'm
Yeah, you're
saying?
right.
There was a time.
Buster.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
y'all freezing up. Y'all not freezing literally, but y'all are glitching up on picks because there's just too many.
Damn, that's an
yeah, I
interesting
mean,
topic you just had. The
Black
best
Thought,
closer.
Black.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Black Thought closing. Nobody really wants to get on after that, dude.
Shit, let me ask you a question. The Symphony. I think that's still the best posse group cut ever, as far as I'm concerned. But who do you think would have been the best closer on that? Kane or G Rap? Because G Rap's verse on
Yo,
that shit
G
was
Rap,
Yeah.
G
crazy.
Rap showed his
G
ass
rap.
out
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he knew what was coming behind him.
He knew
You know?
what
Yeah.
was coming
It's like
behind him.
Yeah.
he knew what was coming exactly behind him, so
Because
he had to.
G Rap just came out and just attacked it like, yo, Marley gives a slice. I get nice about it's like,
Yeah.
damn. He
Ace
just
is
came
still
out
my
with
favorite
attack
verse
mode.
on there. I
Your
don't care
man
what
said
nobody
you
says.
want front page. What?
That's a pick 'em, dog. I mean,
He
either
said,
one of them dudes could have closed.
I
Yeah.
put out more lights in a fight than Con Edison.
God
I'm
damn.
still I'm still glad that we got to see them perform that for the first time
Oh
in full.
yes,
I
oh
missed
yes.
that. I was mad. They might have put me in a straight jacket if I was there that night seeing
Mhm.
that shit.
JP, it was something to see because when G Rap came out and started spitting his verse, the place went
I know.
bananas.
I know it had
The
to.
place went bananas.
But
I'd have been in
Biz
a
showing his
straight
face,
jacket.
Biz showing his face was the first set it off thing, and
Right.
then I was the only person that seemed super hyped for Ace, and then I was good. That was it. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all I
Oh my
needed.
god.
But
Put a
yeah,
quarter in your ass because you played
But you
yourself.
played yourself. The
Well,
game in the market.
just so y'all know, because like I said, y'all didn't look familiar with what I was talking about. Just listen to this. Just listen to this. Hopefully, I don't get copywritten stricken. But just this intro alone is just cold as fuck. Mm. You can see the camera slowly panning
yep,
up.
yep.
This shit, oh man, this shit gets to the bones, gives me chills.
Wow.
And then just keep
Sheesh. Sheesh.
spinning around like
It's all
Just
about the
cue the
horns, yo.
pyrotechnics, man. Cue the
that's
pyrotechnics.
it. you feel why this would be so epic, and then just and then just
Listen,
beat somebody's ass to the song while it's still playing, like New Jack did with Natural Born Killers. The same shit. I would have to. The whole match would be this 4 minutes. Like literally, like you're not beat. I'm sorry for the hard pause, but you're not beating me after that comes on with that kind of entrance. You feel you did
yeah,
you feel what I was thinking when I
yeah, man.
picking that joint?
My question is, why don't more boxers come out to shit like this instead of your man yelling in the microphone for 10 minutes? Like,
Because
what the
because
fuck is that
TJ
about?
because TJ they would have to not be hip hop lazies and
Hmm.
dig because not many people know about Vast there. Not many people know about the Cannibal Ox from
You're
them
right.
early 2000s and shit like that. To know that the homie, been putting out fucking, and he's been a member of HHGG for a minute too, silently.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know about the brother Vast there, who is one of the illest poets on the mic too. Like his wordplay, very very poetic. Like the way he and it's like the way he rhymes, the lyrics. Like you could either have it on paper, spoken word, or over a beat. Like that's how nice Son is.
Mm.
But that's yeah, I had to drop that on real quick because we'd be here all day playing fucking everybody's songs because y'all niggas couldn't decide. But JP, we done. Y'all know you know what to do.
Oh man, shout outs to of course the mayor making things possible. Shout outs to brother Jamal. Shout outs to brother TJ as well, man. So shout outs to you, good brothers. Shout outs to the people who participated today and listening to the show as always. We're thankful.
Word up, word up. Shout out to the show today. We know we got off to a rough start. Everybody seemed to have a late day yesterday. And we pulled it off again. Shout out to the brother in the comments today, pulling off that crazy trade for the Nets and the Lakers. I mean, yeah, like you said, Jamal, that might be the best they could get for that deal.
Hmm. Yeah.
But like Dan said, I'm coming for the parking lot, the practice facility, the banners, Jerry West, Shaq's Shaq
Right?
statue in front. I want
You
all
got
that shit. You know what
give
I'm
me
saying?
give me give me some of them old titles too, them old championships. Just
I'm gonna
slap
let you
my
keep
logo.
both. I'm gonna let you keep both Kobe jerseys, and that's it. I want
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else.
Kobe, yeah. Kobe's forever. Kobe's forever a Laker. That
uh,
remains.
right, but I'll take everything else outside of that. But yeah, shout out. It was another dope show. That TikTok question, yo, that was crazy, man. That's almost an impossible to answer because there's just so many beat your ass records out there.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But yo, another dope show.
That's what's up. Shout out to the mayor. Shout out to good brother JP. Glad you're back with us, brother. Shout out TJ. Pleasure, everybody. It's a rough start today, but pleasurable show. I look forward to this every Sunday. Hope
Word.
everybody gets to enjoy that nice day off tomorrow. Get into something good. Shout out to the brother Wyatt for his comments earlier, and looking forward to next week, yo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, word up. And shout outs to Wyatt again for being the one commenter in here with the great trade idea. He actually hit us up on the IG. I told him we was about to finish because he wanted to jump on. We offered the
Mm,
table. He answered, but we was about to finish, so I had to tell him like, yo, we got you on the next one. We could
Yep.
definitely come through just like we offer the table to anybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't wait for things to happen to invite you on.
mhm.
We invite everybody on, no matter what the opportunity is, man. We show love that way. You get to come on when you want to come on, not after situations. Shout
Word.
outs to all of y'all as always. Shout outs again to the TikTok question of the week. Of course, it came from me, but I stumped y'all, brothers. We're gonna have another good one next week. Um, and yeah, man, just thanks for everybody for kicking it with us once again. Big ups as always to John Armstrong for Philly Cigar Week. We appreciate and love the opportunity each and every year. Now that we are the official podcast of Philly Cigar Week, we're there every year now, no matter what. Next year, this time, I need to get up with the big homie a little earlier so we can have our own standalone event on top of what's
Word.
going on.
That's
Now
what's
that we'll
up.
be
Yeah.
3 years involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, shout out to everybody, the new people we met there, the old people that we were introduced to there. Great time once again. I need another one in my life already. But yeah, that's it.
Peace,
We'll see y'all
disabled
next week.
planets. Peace to
Disabled
Ishtar.
Peace,
Planet,
peace
Ishtar.
to Ishtar and disabled planets. Yes.
That's it. We'll
Dolo
see.
kites.